Today we visited Lake Windermere in Lake District, which is known to be one of UK's most beautiful lakes. Stay tuned because in this vlog, I'll be showing you everything you can do in a day trip, from riding on an extremely scenic cruise, which just has the most breathtaking views, to riding on a vintage steam train. There's so much that we're going to be exploring in today's video, so I hope you enjoy. Good morning, we are here at Manchester Piccadilly station. It is currently 6 a.m. in the morning. I've got a cup of coffee here, a nice hot latte. As we are about to board the train, we are currently walking to platform 40 to board the train towards Edinburgh, but we're not going to Edinburgh, we're actually going to Lake District. So we're now here in Oxford Lake District. We've got one more train which will take us from Oxford over to Windermere, which is the part of Lake District that we are going to. Yes, now, so take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're currently at Oxford Lake District. We're waiting for our next train that will take us to Windermere. And currently, we're just taking a look at the neighborhood here. Well, not inside exactly, but we can see like a nice patch of grass, a stretch of grass. You can see houses over there. There's also a cafe here at the station. It's nice and warm inside, so if you're feeling very cold, come on in. There's places you can sit, you can get a coffee and warm yourself up. I can never get sick of just looking outside the window. I could literally just be sat right there and just stare at the view for hours. We have reached our stop, Windermere Lake District, and we're about to spend the rest of the day here. Let's go on this journey.
This is Windermere.
There we have it. Windermere, we are here. So this is a train that we took, the Northern Railway train, and it has taken us all the way from Piccadilly, Manchester to Oxford Lake District, and then we had to take one more train over here to Windermere. In total, the entire journey took about 2 hours. Despite the sun shining in my face, it's still cold, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's around 2-3 degrees Celsius right now. And over there is a cycle hire shop, which is I think still closed. So Lake District is actually massive and it's broken into many different parts. So obviously the place that we are in is Windermere, but there are buses, you can take taxis to different parts of Lake District. Like we came from Oxford, so you can even take a train. So it depends on what your itinerary is, what you plan to do here in the Lake District. So I'll recommend you guys to do your research first and see which part of Lake District you like the most. Somewhere that maybe is on your bucket list, or a beautiful nature spot that you want to visit. I mean, everywhere here is nature and it's really subhanallah, really amazing and nice to see. Or if you're doing a trip maybe in Manchester or some other part of England, you can find the nearest part to Lake District from there, so you can go on a day trip like what I'm doing. So basically we're staying in Manchester, and this Windermere is about 2 hours away from Manchester by train, so we are doing a day trip here in Lake District. So you can take a bus just like this one. You can sit on the second level where it's open air, it's an open top bus. As we go past the neighborhood of Windermere, you can see the different cottage houses. Oh wow, look at this view. I just love the architecture here. It's nice to feel the breeze, the wind. Hopefully the mic doesn't sound too windy and you guys can hear what I'm saying clearly. But it's such a nice feeling to just soak in the cold air, especially when you come from a very hot place like Singapore. There are a lot of like cafes here as well. Not sure if they are halal. I very much doubt so, but I know that there are a few like oh, there's a cinema. There are a few halal spots here. But yeah, if you want to stop for some coffee, a drink, there are so many places here. I see a lot of cafes, antique shops, souvenir shops obviously, ice cream shops. Although, do you really want to be eating ice cream in this really cold weather? I don't know. And there are also a lot of accommodations, from hotels to B&Bs and all sorts. A huge body of water with a magnificent view. This is the Lakeside of Windermere Lake District where we'll be stopping. You can see that there are different cruises there that we're gonna hop on in a bit. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Thank you. So there you see, you can get your cruise tickets from there. Let's go to the countryside. I mean, we are in the countryside, let's go to the lakeside. Yeah, so that's the bus that we took to come over here to the lakeside. There are so many different cruise ships here, different brands, different companies, so you can pick one that suits your style, your budget, your aesthetic. And yeah, basically there are some double-decker ones up here where you can, I assume, stand upstairs and just look around the entire lake. There are even lower ones there. So yeah, we're gonna take a look, see which one we're gonna get, and we're definitely gonna be on one of those.
That's the times they leave here, Bowness depart for Lakeside. When you get to Lakeside, the train is waiting to take you to Haverthwaite. Then you come back on any of these. The last one at this time of year is 3:20. That brings you back to the boat that brings you back here. So just read it like that.
Sure, thank you very much.
All right. And £26 per adult inclusive.
Thank you. So really cool, we're gonna be going on a cruise ship over to some other part where we'll be taking a train, a steam train, and then there'll be another boat back here. So it's gonna be one huge adventure. I can't wait to bring you guys along with it, so stay tuned and watch till the end of this video. So it's currently 9:15 in the morning, the boat departs at 10:30. So we've got about an hour to look for some food first. Hopefully there's some halal food options around here. And then we can start our cruise and train adventure. And take a look at that, there are so many animals here. We've got ducks, we've got birds. Wow. That's where I believe the cruise will be taking us later on. I can't wait to just see all the nature, all the mountains, and this beautiful lake here. Wow. And there's even more ducks over there. I just love this, ladies and gentlemen. Just nature. This is what life is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Admiring God's creation, the mountains, the hills, the animals, the grass. Oh my, like, what am I doing living in a city, man? This is life. Look at it. So we are here by the lakeside with a nice scoop of ice cream. Now I know it's cold, but you can't go wrong with ice cream. We are here on the pier of the Lakeside cruise, and we're just about to board the cruise and explore the Windermere Lake here in Lake District. They are preparing the ship for people to board. Alright, so I realized I wasn't recording, but basically all that you missed was I climbed up the stairs to the top level here of the cruise. Downstairs there's a coffee shop, so if you want to get coffee, get snacks, you can get that downstairs. But here we are at the top level, and that's the water there below us. But we're gonna go to the very front of the ship, not ship, cruise, whatever you call it, and take a look at the view as it takes us around Lake Windermere. And over here is open top, so you can feel the breeze of the wind. So it really depends. Maybe if it's raining you want to go down there, or if you can't take the cold. But for me, we're out here at the top in the open area section. So over there is where we had ice cream. There's a very nice looking hotel over there with a view of the lake. All around you can see the nature, the different places to eat, the houses, and that place over there, which I'm only gonna assume is also a hotel. So we have set sail, we are moving, and I'm a bit scared to vlog right by the side because I do not want to drop my phone. You can see the beautiful nature all around us. You can feel the wind, the nice breeze as we go at a very nice pace. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow. And it really allows you to just soak in the entire environment around you, take pictures, take videos, and even vlog like what I'm doing right now. Over on that side, you can see mountains. I believe that there are other boats around that route. There's an island. We are surrounded by islands left, right, and center, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not center because we are center, but you know what I mean. You can see that there are people on all the islands that take photos. There's even people who are kayaking, sailing over there. I don't think you guys can see in the camera, but yeah, there's so many activities that you can come here, choose from, and do something that you enjoy. And what's so special about the route of this cruise is that it goes over to a railway. And this railway, ladies and gentlemen, has a steam train that we are gonna ride on later in this video. So stay tuned for that because the steam trains, I've grown up watching videos of it, seeing it in the movies. I've never seen one in real life, and I certainly haven't been on one. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an experience of a lifetime. And you guys are here on this journey with me, because we'll check it out later on in this video. So stay tuned. You can see houses over there. What a beautiful house to have right by the lakeside. Not sure if it's owned by someone or if it's like a Airbnb or a hotel. But wow, what a place to stay, whether it be for holiday or to live in, that would be even better. Wow. Yeah, take a look at it. Look at those mountains in the back, ladies and gentlemen. What a magnificent view. Look at the water and everywhere all around it. I mean, it looks like there's even people camping over there, if I'm not wrong. I see like camper vans and people fishing. Would be like a perfect place to camp overnight. And again, look, more houses over there. I love the vibe. It's like straight out of a movie, ladies and gentlemen. You know those camping movies where they go on a camp on an island by the sea? This is literally it, ladies and gentlemen. So from the back of the ship, you can see a much nicer view of the mountain. It's so picturesque. You can see people kayaking. And yeah, it's such a nice place to grab some pictures with the mountain at the back. What a view, and you can see more houses. This is also where the engine is, so it might be a bit loud, so I hope you guys can hear me. But what an experience, ladies and gentlemen. Really nice view from not only the front of the ship, but also from the back of the ship. You can see the mountains and just see everyone around the lake. I will never get sick of this view, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine waking up to that view every single day. Wow. And really, the camera doesn't do justice to how beautiful this place is. It looks like a million times nicer in real life. When I look back at the videos, I'm like, I really wish you guys could be here with me right now and see what I'm seeing. But it is really subhanallah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah. Such a nice view. Now I can only imagine how cold the water below is. I mean, in a hot country like Singapore, the water when you go in, whether it's a sea or even just a swimming pool, is so cold. Let alone in a place like Windermere Lake where it's already cold. The temperature is like under 10 degrees Celsius. I cannot imagine how cold it must be. And I definitely do not wish to find out. You can probably hear by my mic how windy it is, but inside there it's a lot warmer. It's a lot more chill. I mean, not chill. Chill is the wrong word to use. But you know what I mean when I say chill. I mean it's a lot more. I mean the wind and the temperature right now, it is bearable. But inside there, if you just want to be a bit more cozy and warmer, then that's the place to be. But if you want to enjoy the breeze, if you want to soak in the air, then outside here is the place to be. We are really fortunate with the weather today. It's literally like the best weather you can ask for. It's sunny, it's not overly sunny. I don't know if it's overly sunny here. I don't live here, I've never been here before, so I don't know how sunny it gets, but the temperature is nice. It's really good to take pictures. And obviously the temperature is cold, so even though the sun, you don't feel hot, you don't sweat. If this was Singapore, I'll be sweating buckets by now. But yeah, it's lovely. And it's not raining. If it was raining, I can only imagine it would be a lot colder. That over there, that camera focus please. That over there is the steam train that we will be on shortly. Take a look at it. And take a look at the island of Windermere, Lakeside. The island of Lakeside? I don't know, is that what it's called? Now we are here at Lakeside in Windermere. Look at that, there's a hotel over there. There's lots of people over there. And besides nice hotels to stay at really, because you've literally got lake view. There's so many water sports that you can do there. I saw kayaking, I saw kayaking, I saw cruise ships, I even saw jet skiing. There's so many things that you can do here. You can see a long line of people who I assume are going to be coming on this, and just as I speak about the weather, it's starting to drizzle. So let's see how it's like, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, this is what the ground, the lower level looks like. That's where the refreshments can be bought, and it's definitely a lot warmer here, so if you can't take the cold, then you can consider coming down here. Next stop, we have the steam train, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to hop right on it. So we are here inside the steam train. This is what it looks like. Really cool, really vintage. With view of the lake. So this is what the cabin looks like. It's a pretty small train, but I love the vibe. It's the old school vintage vibe, and do you hear that whistle? I'm only gonna assume that means that we are ready to go.
Wait for everyone to get off the well, we were in it pretty much the last people.
This experience is really a trip down memory lane. You can see lake, you can see the steam. I don't think they do steam trains anymore nowadays, right, ladies and gentlemen? So this is definitely a throwback, a blast to the past, and something that you have to try once in your lifetime. So you can see over there, looks like goats and sheep, a nice house. And you can see it's a bit hard from here, but I'll show you a vertical angle of the steam train over here, which maybe you'll see on this side of your screen. Look at that, there are actually houses here. People live here, ladies and gentlemen. Right next to a lake right there. There's like a hiking trail, which you can walk, you can cycle. And all of a sudden it's dark because we have entered a tunnel, but not to worry because there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And look at that, I believe, oh, another train, that's right. There you have it. This is a look of how the steam train looks like in this drizzly weather in Windermere, Lake District, England. So you can see the steam at the front of the train there. This is what it looks like. There's even a playground for children. There's a cafe over there we're going to check out in a bit. But yeah, this is it. The steam train. And guess what? It's only right that right in front of me is a Thomas the Tank Engine train. That's right. This is the real life tank engine train. Thomas, you've got competition. There's a souvenir shop there. There is a cafe, but again, it's really hard to find halal food around here. But there's a very picturesque spot right here, which is this kind of, which is like a rail, what do you call this? A bridge, that's what you call it. That we are gonna walk up right now. There's a bit of light drizzle here, but not to worry, you can still get up. There's a really nice view of the train tracks there, and hello. Hi mate. So this is a view from up here. You can see the track, you can see the view all around here, and oh, look at that. Hello, Thomas and friends in real life. This, wow. Alright, so at this point what happened is we took the cruise back to Windermere, where we started the cruise journey from. We were actually very fortunate because on that cruise back, it was actually like a whole group tour, and it was a Muslim Pakistani group tour. So we were so grateful because we could like ask them where's the halal food. So basically we just followed the crowd over to this pub. So yeah, it's a pub which is not halal, but the great thing is they have a halal friendly menu, which is I find like that's incredible, you know, because when you're at such a place, it's really hard to find like a halal certified place. But they have like a separate menu which is halal friendly and gluten free pizza as well as gluten-free fish and chips. So yeah, the proper British experience over there. And then after that, that's not the end of the story, ladies and gentlemen. There's still so much more drama that happened. I'm so sad I wasn't actually able to vlog this. It would have made the vlog like a whole lot more dramatic. But okay, basically, you know how we took 2 trains earlier on in the video? The first train's from Manchester Piccadilly over to Oxley Station, and then from Oxley Station over to here, Windermere. So now going back to Manchester, it's the same way. So Windermere over to Oxenholme, and then Oxenholme over to Manchester. Here's the thing though. The train from Windermere, where we're at, to Oxenholme, it got cancelled. It got cancelled because I believe a member of staff was sick. So we were like, what? I didn't know trains could get cancelled because of an ill member of staff. I thought there would be like replacement or whatever, but I guess cultural shock, that's how it works over there. So we needed to get to Oxenholme Station. We had 2 options. One, we take a taxi, which is going to be incredibly expensive. Or secondly, they actually said there's going to be a complimentary bus that will pick all of us up and then drive us to Oxenholme Station. So instead of taking the train from Windermere, we'll take this bus. But here's the thing. At Oxenholme, we have a fixed timing of what time the train's leaving to go to Manchester. And bear in mind that that evening in Manchester, and it was really like 5 p.m. at this point, there was actually an Old Trafford event, and we were going to go to it. So if we miss this train, we'll miss the Manchester United Old Trafford event. And this shuttle bus, whatever, that's supposed to take us from Windermere, which is where we are still stuck at, over to this Oxenholme Station, it was not coming. Time was ticking, it was not coming. So what did we do? We had no other choice but to take, you heard that right, a taxi. And don't actually remember if Uber was available there, because Uber would have been priced more reasonably. Don't get me wrong, it's still expensive, but it's better than taking like a public taxi, which is known in the UK and in many parts of the world actually to be extremely overpriced. So if I'm not wrong, for a very short ride, I believe like 20-30 minutes maybe, it will cost us like £80, which is like 150 Singapore dollars, which was like, because every second the car was moving, the taxi was moving, the pounds keep going up. So it was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a long day. And the craziest part is we thought, okay, maybe we could, get a reimbursement from the train station, because the train got cancelled. We already paid for the train ticket, right? We're supposed to take the train to Oxenholme from Windermere, but now we have to take a taxi from Windermere to Oxenholme. I hope I said that correctly. So yeah, unfortunately, the reception was extremely slow, so we couldn't pay with card. With card, at least you get like a e-receipt and like proof of payment, etc. In this case, we had to pay cash because the reception just wasn't working. And with cash, there's no receipt. And the receipt he gave was a written receipt, a hand note, which technically doesn't count with reimbursement, because I could write that and make it seem as if I missed my train or the train got cancelled. So yeah, that was the whole drama that happened. Honestly, that's what traveling is all about. It's that moments of joy, there are moments of stress, but it's travel, ladies and gentlemen, and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I have. Be sure to like and subscribe. I've got a lot more travel vlogs coming very soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.